do not have that much time. The time we do have should not be discounted. It is very significant. We have 2.5 days. And the most important thing, in my opinion, right now, is to find out how everybody feels about how to move forward. If we do engage in a normal GA process, like the gentleman just pointed out, we do not have any proposals to move forward on at this moment. We may check in at the end of this meeting, and if we have a formulated proposal, perhaps we can make a decision. But for right now, let's just move forward with discussion and generating ideas.
Sure, that money in the bank will help.
Take a stack.
Take a stack. Hope everyone's okay with that. We'll take a stack of 5. Austin's going to call out the stacks. He's going to point to you and say a number. If you can please remember your number and keep it held up. And know that we're going to go through many different stacks. So if you're not called in this first one, you will be called.
More stacks. I promise I'm going to try to get as many people to talk as possible.
Okay, so where's number 1?
The money in the bank will help us.
Shut up.
Can I get on the floor somewhere? Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, 1 second. Because there are so many voices to be heard, please keep your ideas as succinct as possible.
Thank you.
All right. Since we're going to do this for about 20 minutes, instead of making like little stacks, I want to make a line of people who want to speak during
and then that'll be the place where you can put it forward, and then we'll be like, what are the concerns, what are the questions? Yeah, people need to blow off steam. Well, it's not the only thing we're talking about today. We can extend it later if people feel like they want to extend it.
Okay, so I think right now the main thing that we need to focus on is organizing ourselves. So what I think we should do is organize ourselves into quadrants of the city.
Close to your mouth. Get on stack like everybody else.
We need a cowbell. Got a fever.
Okay, so what I think we need to focus on most is organization. Whether we have the park or not, we need to stay organized and connected and networked. My proposal, I guess I don't really have a proposal, my idea is to organize ourselves into quadrants of the city as well as cities outside of Portland.
Occupy the molester's office. Occupy the
I'd like to take this moment to remind everyone that we are now just getting a taste of what the rest of the country has already gone through numerous times.
I know.
We've been lucky. We've been lucky. We've been able to organize. We've been able to talk to each other. We've been able to get to know each other. We're lucky. We have an infrastructure set up. Let's protect that. Let's defend that. Nothing is worse. We're going to act. We need to act today. This is the only time that we have. The hours are ticking down. It's not going to be too late. The police are going to say, oh, I'll wait for you to erect that barricade for us.
Call the unions, call the schools, build support. Get all the people in the neighborhoods. Get the people in the neighborhoods to come out. We need the neighborhood. The time is now. Defend the park. Show the world that Portland will not go easy.
Internal conflict inside the camp. I want to remind everybody that solidarity is what separates us from the rest of this society. We are not to exclude anyone, no matter what they are doing, why they are here, no matter what you see happening, they are here for a reason. And you should love them. That is what will make us different than everything else that has been happening outside of this camp. My second point is I would like to remind people, the Federal Reserve is a private corporation that has a monopoly on printing your money. Look it up. You want to find the ultimate solution?
The Christmas shoppers aren't going to come down this shopping season. We need to teach them a lesson about what Christmas is really about.
anybody know the story of Christmas? Does anybody know any good Christmas carols? We need to start singing. Does anybody know how to sing? Does anybody know anybody that belongs to a church that believes in the story of Christmas? The business and interests in this community are going to wish they hadn't pushed our buttons. We are going to teach them a valuable lesson about humanity.
Movement. It is a long-term movement, possibly many years. With that said, this park may not be the best home for it in the long run. Now, it's unfortunate that we only have a few days' notice, because really we would probably like some more time to get our stuff in order.
Like 30 days.
Like 30 days. A possible solution that I would like to propose, or option, is that we move indoors and set up.
Let him speak. Let him talk.
I really mean it when I say I love the park, okay? The park has a lot of value to us. I really do appreciate the park. My solution is an attempt at a blend between the park and an indoor space. So hear me out. My solution is that we move indoors and create a headquarters of some kind indoors that is rather organized. Very productive things can happen out of this space. By doing that, we lose our presence in the community and our visibility. I understand this concern. So as a solution to that,
Let him talk!
I propose that we start creating satellite camps in North Portland, in Outer East Portland, in Selwood, all around the community. This may give us the opportunity to reach communities that we have not reached so far. There are many communities.
To foster an area of respect for all ideas. If we're talking over certain ideas, they're not going to be heard as well, and we can't integrate them into a solution that represents all of us. We're all in this together. So please just remember to maintain respect. And stay strong. And the mayor said in his press release that we were too fast and too close to quarters. He's right. Let's move to all the other parks, form groups of 20 to 50 to 100, whatever kind of numbers we can come up with, and spread out. The person who is here from Seattle is right. If we all stay in the same place, we're going to be trapped like rats. Let's occupy. That's what we're here for.
All right, I'm with the National Lawyers Guild, and I wanted to summarize some things we talked about in a conference call with a number of attorneys who are excited to support you, and including the ACLU and another other folks in town. These are things for you to consider. We're not saying either way, do them or don't, just so that you know what legal options are. Okay, sorry about that. All right, thanks. We talked about 4 things for you to consider. The first is something called a temporary restraining order. This is going to court, asking the court to order the city not to clear the camp. I'm not going to get into the details of the legal argument. I'll suffice it to say that these things are very uncertain.
Can't hear.
Louder.
Kiss the mic.
Kiss it. These things are very uncertain. One of the advantages is, wouldn't it be swell if the court ordered the city not to clear you out? A couple of disadvantages. The first thing is that part of our legal argument, the best one that we could think of, would be to say that the city had other options for policing the camp more heavily, either through police or some other form of internal security. So you would be going on record saying that. So the second option would be to redesign the camp for maximum legal protection. This would involve not sleeping there, so it wouldn't be a living camp, it would be a symbolic camp, and perhaps sleeping on sidewalks, single file, and I kind of like the visual of people lined up single file sleeping on the sidewalks from here to however far it stretches.
Yeah, well, I don't like
so that's another option to consider. This could